Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I'm so glad you're joining me today. Today, I want to talk about dogs and sleep. There have been times I wonder, why do they sleep like that? Or how can they sleep like that? How can that be comfortable? And what I found is whether your pup sleeps on their bed or on yours, how they sleep can tell you much about them. Now, dogs sleep a lot more than people do. On the average, dogs need about 12 to 14 hours of sleep a day. And puppies, well, they need more, about 18 to 19 hours of sleep a day, usually waking up for an hour or two after every few hours of sleep. And sleep is restorative for dogs just as it is for humans. We should not disrupt a dog during sleep. And as the saying goes, let sleeping dogs lie. Now, are your dogs curled up in a tight ball as they might have been in the wild? Or do they sleep on their side or on their back? Do they sleep snuggled up to you or one of their furry siblings? Do they sleep in the Superman pose with their legs all sprawled out and their tummy on the floor? Well, I want to start talking about dogs who sleep on their sides or on their back with their paws up. And a dog who sleeps in either position has to feel pretty safe and comfortable as it leaves their vital organs exposed. A dog that sleeps on their back with their legs up, they're carefree, and they're sleeping in a way that is cooler for them, as most dogs' tummies have less fur, and it's a way for their bodies to lose some heat. I see this with my dogs in the summertime, and also the dogs that sleep on their side or on their back with their paws up are positions that are not the easiest for them to get up from. And a dog who sleeps in these vulnerable positions most likely feels safe and doesn't have a care in the world. And you may find your Fido sleeping back to back with your other pets or snuggling with you. And it means the same thing. Your dog is bonding and showing that they want to get close to you or their furry siblings. A dog that sleeps this way feels very loving and affectionate, and they're completely comfortable with whoever they're napping with. There's also the Superman pose way of sleeping. Dogs' legs are all sprawled out on their tummy. It allows for the dog to pop up and be on their paws right away. You often see this position with puppies who need to nap frequently, but also want to be ready to jump up and play in a heartbeat. Dogs who sleep in this position don't want to miss a thing. You see it as a choice for high energy dogs or puppies who get sleepy during play and just want to plop down where they're standing. And sometimes if they are sleeping on cool tile or a cement floor, it might just feel good and help them regulate their temperature too when it's warm out. But last but not least, the dogs who sleep curled up in a ball or the nose to tail position. It's a common position that protects the vital organs as it would have in the wild. It also helps them conserve the warmth and makes it easier for them to get up quickly. I see this with my dogs a lot in the fall and the winter months when the weather is getting cooler to keep them warm. And, it may just simply feel better for them to sleep in that position. You may know that I crate train my dogs until they're about 2 years old, and then I let them sleep in the room with me. And I let my dog sleep on the bed sometimes. She's a bed hog. So until I get to sleep, she starts out on the floor or in her bed. And then she tends to sneak up on the bed at some point during the night, but she kind of knows her spot if she's not cuddling close to me. Dogs are very loving and affectionate, and they show it by being completely comfortable with whomever they're sleeping with. And take note of your dog's normal sleeping habits. If you notice a change in how long your dog sleeps, it could mean a lot of things from a dietary change to a thyroid problem. And if your dog is spending too much time napping, or if you see anything that is continually out of the normal for your dog, consult your vet. That's all I have to say for the sleeping positions of dogs for today's show. Next week, we have Eve Molson back on, and she's going to be talking about aggressive dogs. My Violet almost got attacked last month, and she's going to give us some tips if that ever happens to you or to me again. Now, if you have any questions that you'd like Eve to answer, or for me, go ahead and go to wagwooflove.com. You can fill out the comment form, and I will get those questions into my email. And if I can, I'll answer them on the show. And thank you for listening to this episode of Wag Woof Love. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so that you'll know whenever a new episode is released. All right, ta ta for now.